Hey guys, it's Petunia Gal, and I am doing something a little bit different. I usually don't do these little update videos, but I am super excited for this update because it looks like it's going to change so much of how we play the game. So, wanted to go over this, and then I will probably do a little DLC announcement video as well. So, let's get to it. So, it says, "Hey, Keepers, it's time for another insight into what you can expect to see coming up in Planet Zoo. We're happy to announce the free update 1.7 will be available to get your paws on from October 4th. So, that is coming up pretty soon. So, that's super awesome. Um, and let's see, our team has been hard at work trying to bring you some of your most requested features as well as a few surprises, which is really exciting, I think. The first of these we revealed last week with the announcement of our upcoming custom height maps. But it's now time to reveal what else you can expect. In Update 1.7 will bring you varied terrain options, deep swimming for cats, which is super cool because I think that only leaves a couple of animals that don't have the deep swimming animations yet. So, animal talk seating areas, which I think is pretty awesome because that way you can make it look more like, an actual zoo environment as far as when you have like an educator talking and interacting with the animals, you can just sit there and enjoy the show. So I really think that is super cool. And then we have path barriers, which I'm really excited to play with these because I've always, if you guys have watched any of my Planet Zoo videos, you know that I really don't like when you build something and then the guests just kind of walk through them. So this will be super awesome. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work yet, but I can't wait to try it out. So then we have a scenery placement randomization toggle, which at first I didn't know what this was going to be, and then I watched somebody's video on this update, and it's going to be really, really awesome. I know I'm saying awesome and cool a lot, but it is. It's going to be awesome. So what it does is, because if you place a lot of rocks or a lot of plants and stuff like that, you don't want them to look exactly the same. And so you have to literally go and, rotate stuff around and, maybe turn it this way or that way a little bit. And so this actually randomizes it for you. And it's a little toggle so you can actually turn it on or off, whenever you want to. So that is really cool. So, and then we have some quality of life improvements to the Zoopedia. So for more information on all of this, read on below. So first of all, we have the mapping tools, which I'm not sure I'm going to use much of, but it is definitely an option that is going to change the way people, do their custom maps and, custom zoos they decide to build. So yeah, that will be really good. So we have let's see. So this is custom height maps are making their way to Planet Zoo. These will allow you to really get creative with your map terrain via uploading image files. For more in-depth information on how this will work, check out the forum post from last week. So I'm not going to go through that here, but if you make a map that is like shades of gray, the lighter colors I think will be lower and the darker colors will be higher, or maybe the other way around. But yeah, so it's super cool. You can make pretty much anything you want to do. And then it says, but wait, that's not all, which is, of course it's not all. So we also have new terrain type options coming to give you even more variation in pre-made maps. And of course, I don't do pre-made maps, but this will be something that's going to make it super awesome to work with. So when you go through your standard setup for starting a new zoo, you will now have a new option, which is the terrain type. From here, you'll be able to select flat, which is your standard map area that you know and love, or sculpted, which is a range of new options with one new sculpted option per biome type. So, per type is desert. Um, uh, Now I'm drawing a blank on all of those. But you can have desert, grassland, tropical, all that kind of stuff. So we won't spoil all of these so you can discover them yourself. But one special one is the Desert Oceania map, a flat desert with a mountain in the middle, similar to Uluru. I don't know. I think that's how you say that. So you will now also be able to use scenario zoo maps in Sandbox mode. So I have done the scenario maps. Obviously, I don't do the time scenarios. I tried one, but it didn't work out very well for me. But now you can open the scenario zoo maps in Sandbox and continue working on them and fixing them up in whatever way you want to do. So that is really cool. There are 9 time scenarios and 14 regular scenarios, which means 23 new terrain maps and 30 plus new terrain variants. Though, please note that scenario maps are not available in franchise mode. Scenario zoos and sandbox mode will also have the new terrain only button, which removes everything except the terrain. So you could take a scenario zoo and take all of the buildings and everything out of it and just leave the terrain, which I think it sounds super awesome. And then another variant for you to start out with. This is perfect for people who want to jump into a scenario zoo terrain, but still have the freedom to create their own zoo from scratch. So that is something definitely to look forward to there. And now we have swimming changes. Following the bears from the 1.6 update, some of our big cats will be getting their paws wet with deep swimming. The cats taking the plunge will be jaguar, Bengal tiger, and Siberian tiger, which I think is super cool. I kind of wish they would do more, but I mean, obviously it will come in the future. I'm pretty sure every animal that can will have deep swimming. So this will include the male, female, and juvenile of each species. Be sure to start adjusting your habitats, as we bet they can't wait to make a splash the second the update drops. So to go along with this, we're also implementing some tweaks to the swimming depths requirement for individual species. This should allow diving turns for deep swimming animals to remain smooth while also preventing clipping. Minimum depth requirements range from 2 to 4 meters. So initially you just had 4 meters. You had to have it at 4 meters for them to do deep swimming, which if you have some of the smaller animals, 4 meters is pretty big. And sometimes the animals can kind of get lost in all of that. So I really like that idea. So the next one is animal talk seating areas. So rally up your guests because it's time for a show. Animal talks are going to be bigger and better than ever with the addition of new seating areas, increasing the capacity per educator and helping you better control the flow of guests around these areas. So I look at the picture, it's not going to be where the guests are just standing around the one little speaking area and then crowding up all of the path for everybody else. So this will be super awesome to see and like see how people implement it and all that. That'll be pretty cool. So pick one of our new talk specific seating options and link an animal talk point to it. And guests will now be able to sit and really give their full attention. But don't fret, you still will be able to use the animal talk points as standing attractions as well. What animal will you pick as your first to have its very own seated education area? That, I mean, it seems like that would be something that you'd want to put like a whole like building around to have the seating area, but we'll see how that goes. So it does seem super cool because it looks more, like I said, more like an actual zoo would do, where you would have what I'm thinking is like the Sealand show, where you do obviously want to sit down and, enjoy that show. So then we have the path barriers. So on top of the new seating areas to help you control your zoo's guest flow, we're also adding path barriers. These will render areas of path inaccessible to guests and staff alike, allowing you to direct the traffic in your zoo more accurately. For areas where you want guests to have the option to pass, but to be less likely to do so, we're also adding in curves. These will discourage guests from crossing, but they will still use it if the area is otherwise too crowded or there is no other route. So, um, I'm thinking maybe if you're using like staff path or a place that you want staff to go, maybe you can use the curb and then not have to change the path type. I'm not sure about that because I mean, if you have staff buildings down the path, I'm guessing the staff will go there even if there is a curb. So that will definitely take some getting used to there. But I really do like the fact that they're adding path barriers. So the next thing is the scenery placement randomization. So, ever been placing lots of the same scenery item and it had to manually adjust it each time to keep things looking natural? Well, no longer. We're introducing a new randomization placement toggle, which, when turned on, will randomly change the rotation of the item you are using in between each placement. This will allow you to create an organic appearance much faster than before. We know this will be a game changer for foliage and rock heavy builds. What are you most excited to use this on? So, I think initially I was just thinking foliage, but then I heard somebody say rocks. I'm like, oh my goodness, that will change so much because I know a lot of people, including me, love to use rocks. And it'll just be so much easier to have this randomized so you don't have to worry about it. That would be just awesome. Again, I know I'm saying awesome and cool a lot, but it is. So then we get to the Zoopedia changes. Finally, we're adding a few quality of life improvements to help with your Zoopedia usage. The animal management screen has a new Zoopedia link button connected to the listed animals, which I've been wanting this for so long because I really don't like having to get out of the animal management screen, go to the Zoopedia, and then go back to the animal management screen. It's just this is going to be super cool. So animal management and animal market buttons have been added to the Zoopedia, taking you to the filtered animals. So and eventually, like before, we would have to actually go there and filter the animals, and then if we had to leave, we had to come back, filter the animals again. And this sounds like we're not going to have to do that anymore, which yeah, that's just awesome. So habitat space requirements have now been added to the Zoopedia UI, and biome filters have also been added to the Zoopedia filter options. Which, yeah, that I've been wanting the biome filters for a long time, if this is going to act the way I'm thinking. So I can't wait to do a video and try out all this stuff. It's going to be super cool. So, and lastly, we have also added the option to quick trade from the animal management screen. This will work similar to release to the wild and means that quick trading is now available beyond the trade center. So that sounds really, really neat that they added that because I watch a lot of people play Planet Zoo, and what they usually do is select all the animals in the animal management tab that they want to trade, and then they will send all of them to the trade center, and then they'll have to go to the trade center and select all of them and then hit quick trade. So now you can just do it right there. So this is so much quality of life improvement that I can't wait to check it all out. It's going to be so cool. So we hope you're looking forward to all these new changes. The update will come with various other tweaks and bug fixes. So as always, we will have a full list of patch notes for you on launch. There's more news for us still to come very soon, so be sure to keep an eye out on our social media. But for now, we'll be hanging out on Twitch to chat about update 1.7 and spend some time with you all. See you there. So yeah, that is so cool. And I wanted to do this video, like I said, it's the first one I've ever done, but I could not, I can't wait for this one. It's going to be, I mean, the quality of life improvements just on its own is going to be crazy. So Yeah, it is super exciting. So I wanted to do that so you guys could see all the fun stuff that is coming. And I'm also thinking of adding another time in the week that I do Planet Zoo, maybe a different zoo. I'm thinking of even doing a creative, like a sandbox zoo. So let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you think about the update. What is your like favorite thing that's coming? What are you most excited about? Let me know down in the comments, and let me know what you think about this video. Like I said, it is my first one, so I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit nervous about it, but let me know how I did. And I hope to talk to you soon about the new DLC that's coming. And yeah, we'll have some fun with that. So until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to click that like button and also subscribe and turn on that bell to get notified of videos as they come out so you don't miss any of the new Planet Zoo stuff coming. And yeah, so until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a super blessed night or day wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.